Got it. Welcome back
And
to
Phelps,
LA Noir Part 11.
I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
I'll call you where the hell I want. This seems like a great place to start. Open up.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Oh, he closed the door without even touching it. Kind of monstrosity. Open up.
No good. Nobody here.
You didn't give him time to answer, but alright. So one is there. 301.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
I didn't ask
Thanks.
all that. What? Okay. I hear footsteps.
Hello.
LAPD,
Look
ma'am.
so familiar.
Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh.
Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda.
Hell's
I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Oh, snap. So, do I go downstairs? I'm gonna check downstairs real quick. Nope, alright. Finbar, you could pick up your hat again. Maybe they were asleep. Let's try again. Alrighty. Got stuck in a wall there. Wait, can we leave now? Yeah, we can leave now. Oh. Never noticed this.
This will take some explaining.
Unless he was killing rabbits. Why do they keep their freaking...
The El Dorado. Just picked fruit market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Sure doesn't eat groceries.
The hired help at the El Dorado might have seen the broad the night she died. Maybe the regulars, too. You should check it out.
Alright. We'll check it out in a second. Let me just make sure,
Don't think this is anything.
Finbar, your hat. Is it me, or is it not bother anybody else that he's not picking up his hat? He walked past it like 13 times. Finbar, your hat, please. Your hat, please. Alright, there's the car. Alright, I guess we're free to go. Let's go. LA Noir Part 11 hits. Just in case you're... Wrong door. Oh, okay, just open the other one. Alright. Open it. Wow, I already found out where they were.
Can you drive to this one?
bothers me just a little bit, but...
Car 11 King, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
Broadway. Hollywood.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
We have it downstairs in this bitch?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
The women don't find you handsome?
Services, Phelps.
I didn't even know we had it downstairs. Phelps, get off him.
Boys, come on in. Phelps.
Yeah.
Have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Yeah.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
Envelope.
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Yeah.
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Square deal. Fuck you, BD text.
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
No.
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nut job's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
Show the ass up.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
Yeah.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Well. No, Jesus.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
I need a drink too.
Are you drunk, mister?
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
You deny killing your wife?
Of course I deny it. Why would I kill my woman?
Because you were divorcing her.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Looks like somebody broke into her room and stole her things there, too. Why'd you do it, Angel?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? I was home with Hippolito.
Who the fuck is Hippolito?
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Whoa.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
Much blood came
My
out.
brother, Hippolito. He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
Keep it to yourself, kid. Let it eat away at you like poison.
Yeah.
Going back into a cell. We'll be waiting when you're ready to spill your guts.
Are you taking my wife's murder seriously?
Homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
I got this gadget whiz putting recording devices into the place for me.
Can I have that map, please? What the fuck? Locations.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
You lying.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
Pause.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body?
Nope.
Fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here.
Bombs left and right.
Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
I would just drop F-bombs left and right. Like Samuel L. fucking Jackson. I needed it to continue snowing. So I need it to continue snowing. There's not enough snow. Plus some of it's melting. So we need more snow. It's like we don't have school Thursday. He just went. Hey, can I go through it?
A handbag was left just up there, overlooking the market.
Apparently not. But he can go through it all he
Could have
wants.
come here from the start and saved ourselves a day's legwork.
Well, you're the one that drove to station. I don't want to hear it. No, we should have drove here from the start. You know you went to the station. Alright?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
She looked like she was having a good night to you?
Hard to tell. Might have just been the booze that was making her seem maudlin.
Don't know how
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Something bad happened to her, Clem. And so far we have her husband as a suspect, and you. Give us something that will make us go away.
Me? You think it was me?
No.
Do I look like a violent man?
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
I have a teacher named. If you don't move, Galloway. Don't know what we could be looking for in here. got both of those wrong. Impossible, by the way.
We should go out afterwards.
That was uncalled for.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. You must have seen it during the war.
Not really. I mean, it's kind of creepy.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
I know exactly what it's gonna be. No. Wait, if I can remember. No, get away from that. Nope. It's 2. No, it's 2, 5, 3. 2, 5, 3. Told you. Told you I'm smart.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Clem, don't you get in that. Clem, don't you get in that truck.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
They got legit.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. No! Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Well, you got the gun.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Show me your hands!
That was insane.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Don't make Miss Carr be in a condition like that.
Now, lads, what am I to do with you? I give you a perfectly good murder. A case any homicide man would be happy with. An affront to our way of life and our Californian dream, and the chance to deliver some retribution.
Yeah.
Are you not believers, lads? Homicide men are the right hand of God.
Yeah.
You need to back out of here slowly and take a long, hard look at yourselves and your methods. Ask yourself what you are prepared to do to put these creatures behind bars.
Yeah.
It's the streets for the two of you until I can find some forgiveness for the foppish behavior you've been exhibiting.
Wow. But I still caught the killer though. So was I supposed to go to the El Dorado?
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show?
Who the fuck is the Shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Kumbaya. The White Shoe Flame.
Hey, ladies, get out of the road!
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
I didn't come to California to be a
I love how you hear the clicking of their shoes.
That's a guy from the papers.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Ah, California's love a fact, Phelps.
Hold up. Options. Photo mode on. Gunfights while in chases, tailing seekers can be bypassed after several failed attempts. Sound subtitles, no. What is it? Log. Options, gameplay. Where is it?
As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
26.9% of the game complete. Wonderful. Controls, gameplay, camera, display, subtitles, sound.
So what next?
You ready? Let's get out to the scene.
Ah, right.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop? You're behind the wheel.
Yeah, there it is. Apparently you couldn't switch.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
I think he has a point, ladies and gentlemen.
Away, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
Yep. I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Damn. So we don't even know who this is.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
F1363. No, ring this time. Alright.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
There's always a ring. Well, we keep saying streets, but here we are again.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Dang, you fixed right.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Is all the cleavings there?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did I ask all that?
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Yeah. So he's gonna walk home? Oh, okay. Oh, I better say he's gonna walk home? Alright, see you guys in the next video. Well, damn. I'm sorry, dang, my boy driving all fucking